Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Brew Crew Nation 98, where we are discussing everything that happened with the Milwaukee Brewers in this past week. This week goes from last Thursday, September 22nd of 2022, all the way through the current day of the 29th of 2022. And we start off with the first of a four-game set of the Brewers visiting the Cincinnati Reds. And this is a key series against a inferior team that the Brewers needed to at least get 3 games out of to keep pace in the wild card race. And luckily for us, we had our hottest pitcher, Brandon Woodruff, on the mound. And also, Colton Wong decided to have himself a career day. Scoring started off in the top of the second inning when Colton Wong hit a 2-run home run. Then top of the sixth, Colton Wong hit another 2-run home run. And then bottom of the sixth, Kyle Farmer had a solo shot to make it a 4-1 Milwaukee lead. And then top of the eighth, Colton Wong hit another home run, a solo shot to make it 3 on the game. Absolutely insane individual performance from Colton Wong. And also, let's see here, stats for the Brewers, Adames went 1 for 4. And Colton Wong went 3 for 4. We only had 4 hits in the game, but 3 of them were home runs. So it was definitely a make the most out of it type of game. Pitching-wise, Brandon Woodruff had an absolute gem of a game, going 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run, and 11 strikeouts. And then Pete Strzelecki, Matt Bush, and Jake Cousins all had scoreless innings for the crew. So we're off to a very good start against the Reds. Then the next day, on Friday, September 23rd, the Brewers again won, winning 5-3 over the Reds. It started off in the bottom of the first inning with the Reds scoring 2 runs off Kyle Farmer double. But then in the next half inning, in the top of the second, Victor Caratini tied the game up with a 2-run double of his own, scoring in Andrew McCutchen and Luis Urias. Then in the top of the fifth, Andrew McCutchen grounded out into a fielder's choice, scoring in a run, making a 3-2 Milwaukee lead. And then in the top of the 7th inning, Andrew McCutchen doubled in 2 runs to give the Brewers a 5-2 lead. Then in the bottom of the 8th, Alejo Lopez hit it into a fielder's choice to give the Reds an extra run, and we ended up with a 5-3 Milwaukee win. Stats for the Brewers, every single member of the starting lineup got at least 1 hit. Yelich 1 for 3 with 2 walks. Adames 1 for 5. Tellez 1 for 4. Renfroe 1 for 4. Wong 2 for 5. McCutchen 1 for 3 with 3 RBIs. Urias 1 for 5. Caratini 1 for 4 with an RBI. And Garrett Mitchell went 2 for 4 in a strong end to his rookie year so far. Pitching-wise, Eric Lauer went 2 2/3 innings in his first start coming back from the IL, giving up 2 earned runs, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Luis Perdomo went 3 1/3 innings pitched of no earned runs given up, which is very, very impressive. And then Brad Boxberger went scoreless inning, and then Matt Bush went 2/3 of an inning, giving up 1 run, none earned, and then Devin Williams came in with 1 1/3 innings pitched to get the save with 3 strikeouts. So very good start for the Brewers in Cincinnati. And then on Saturday, September 24th, the Brewers won again against the Reds 10-2 over Cincinnati. It started off in the bottom of the first when Alejo Lopez singled in a run to give the Reds a 1-0 lead. But then the Brewers just decided, we're just going to take over and win the game now. With Hunter Renfroe hitting a 2-run home run, Omar Narvaez singling in a run, and Tyrone Taylor also singling a run to give the Brewers 4 runs in the top of the 4th inning. And then in the top of the 5th, Hunter Renfroe hit another 2-run home run, making a 6-1 Milwaukee lead. And then Willie Adames doubled in the top of the 7th. Hunter Renfroe singled in a run, and Luis Urias singled in a run as well, giving the Brewers a 9-1 lead. Then Matt Reynolds singled in a run in the bottom of the 7th for Cincinnati, and Rowdy Tellez hit a solo shot in the top of the 9th, gave the Brewers a final score of 10-2. Stats for the Brewers, Yelich went 0 for 4 with a walk. Adames went 1 for 5 with a double. Tellez went 2 for 4 with a home run. Hunter Renfroe went 5 for 4 with 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. Wong 1 for 4. McCutchen 1 for 5. And Omar Narvaez went 2 for 4. Stats for the game, Corbin Burns was 6 1/3 innings pitched, giving up 2 earned runs and 8 strikeouts. Trevor Gott went 2/3 of an inning scoreless. Then Taylor Rogers and what's his name? Yeah, Taylor Rogers. and Brent Suter both went scoreless innings. So it took 3 out of the first 4 games against the Reds, but unfortunately we could not finish the sweep as the Brewers ended up losing to the Reds 2-1 on the Sunday finale. Started off good in the top of the second when Hunter Renfroe hit another home run, giving both him and Colton Wong 3 home runs each in the series to give the Brewers a 1-0 lead. But then in the bottom fourth, Austin Romine got hit by a pitch that led to a run scoring. And in the bottom of the eighth, Spencer Steer hit a solo shot to give the Reds the final score of 2-1 over the Brewers. Stats for Milwaukee, not very good. Hunter Renfroe 1 for 4 with a home run. Luis Urias went 1 for 3. Wong went 1 for 1. And Tyrone Taylor went 1 for 2. Pitching-wise, Freddie Peralta, first game back from the IL, went 2 innings pitched a scoreless baseball with 3 strikeouts. Aaron Ashby 1 2/3 with the earned run. Peter Strzelecki went 1 1/3 with no earned runs. And then Trevor Gott and Brad Boxberger both have scoreless innings, but Matt Bush ended up giving up the winning run for the Reds, and he got tagged for the loss. And then the Brewers had an off day on Monday, so no games there. And then we started a brief 2-game set against the St. Louis Cardinals. And the Brewers ended up dropping the first game 6-2, which led to the Cardinals clinching the NL Central, but the Brewers are still alive for the wild card. It was not a very good game for Milwaukee, with Paul Goldschmidt hitting a sac fly in the top of first to give a 1-0 lead. Then Dylan Carlson got in on a wild pitch for a 2-0 lead. Andrew Knizer had a 2-run shot. Paul Goldschmidt singled in a run. Juan Yepes singled a run. So it was 6-0 Cardinals by the end of the 6th inning. Then in the bottom of the 6th, Rowdy Tellez hit a solo shot. And then bottom of the 7th, Garrett Mitchell reached on the infield single, scoring and a run. Stats for the Brewers, Tellez went 1 for 4 with a home run, and Garrett Mitchell went 2 for 3 with a double and an RBI just for key Milwaukee Brewers. Adrian Hauser actually left the game early, went 3 1/3, giving up 3 earned runs, 3 strikeouts. He actually is on the IL for the remainder of the season after this game. Then Brent Suter went an inning, giving up 2 earned runs, and Trevor Gott gave up a run and 1 1/3. Then Hopi Milner, Taylor Rogers, and Peter Strzelecki both went about an inning each, giving up no earned runs. And as I said, the Cardinals managed to clinch the division on Tuesday. But the Brewers came back and ended up winning the game yesterday, 5-1 over the Cardinals, after a strong start by Brandon Woodruff. And the bottom of the 3rd, Hunter Renfroe hit a single to left center field. Bottom of the 6th, Keston Hero doubled, scoring in a run, so it was 2-0 Milwaukee. Then on top of the 7th, Andrew Knizer hit a solo shot to bring in the Cardinals when they won. But in the bottom of the 8th, Christian Yelich drew a walk to score in a run, and then Victor Caratini doubled to deep left center field, giving the Brewers a 5-1 victory over the Cardinals. Stats for the Brewers, Andrew McCutcheon 1 for 3, Renfroe 1 for 3, Urias 2 for 4, Hira 1 for 3, and Caratini and Tyrone Taylor both went 2 for 4. Another very strong start by Brandon Woodruff, went 6 innings, giving up 0 earned runs and 10 strikeouts. Matt Bush struggled in his 1/3 inning pitch, giving up 1 earned run. But then Devin Williams was brought in a bases-loaded jam, went 1 2/3 innings with a clutch double play, and also had 3 strikeouts. And Brad Boxberger came in to wrap things up in the top of the 9th for the Brewers to gain a victory. And so heading into the final week of baseball, the Brewers have 4 games against the underperforming Miami Marlins, and then 3 games against the Diamondbacks, and currently staying only a half game out of the 3rd and final wild card spot, as the Phillies have been struggling recently. And so if we look at the Phillies' schedule to end the year, let's just say the Brewers have to take care of business. They have 1 game against the Cubs tonight, but the Cubs have won both games of the series so far, so hopefully they can continue that trend. And then they have a 3-game set against the terrible Washington Nationals, but then they end the season with a 3-game set against the number 1 team in the AL, the Houston Astros. So the Brewers are very much still alive in the playoff race, and we're relying on the Brewers to continue their strong games against two teams below 500 in the Phillies and not the Phillies, the Marlins and the Diamondbacks, and for the Phillies to continue to struggle heading into the final week. Well, that is all for today's week in Brewview. If you have any comments, please leave them down below, and feel free to subscribe to the channel for more Brewers news. And if the Brewers make the playoffs, I plan on trying to stream the games if I can figure out how to get it to work. But that is all, and I wish you all a good day.